Sounds good to me.
Okay.
We're here
Okay,
to have
so,
fun.
okay, perfect. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome, Laura. Today we have SeaDream Yacht Club, and we're going to talk about yachting around the world. Thank you for being here. It is happy hour, so don't be shy if you want to show your screen and have your glass of a cocktail, wine, or champagne. And speaking of champagne, you're going to learn something pretty cool
Mhm.
that Janice is going to tell you about champagne and SeaDream, something I always find pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Lori Foster. I'm the owner of Dream Vacations Luxury Travel Associates. I'm from New York, but live in Southern California for the last 9 years, and I've been in the travel industry on and off for 25 years. So I've been all over the world, but I'm still excited to tell you a little bit about SeaDream. Just look at the beautiful yacht. It's different. It's yachting, it's not cruising. They have two yachts, and while they look elegant, they are casually elegant. They allow you to visit into smaller ports that the big cruise ships can't get into. Oops. Just take a look at that deck. It's like your own personal yacht. And especially now with social distancing, this is the way you want to travel, when we can travel again. So during the presentation, there is a chat feature, if you're not familiar, on your toolbar. And on that toolbar, you can hit chat and you can put questions in there. And if we can't address them right at the time, we'll address them at the end. So feel free to ask away. Okay, I'd finally like to introduce you to Denise Roche. She is with SeaDream Yacht Club, and she's the Director of Sales for the Western region. And she's also a dear friend of mine. So she'll be teaching us everything about SeaDream today. So welcome, Denise, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lori, so much for having me. It's a joy to be here with you guys. And how we need to move to my slides. How do we do?
Okay, you're going to hit share screen at the bottom.
At the share the screen at the bottom. There we
Yep,
go.
on your toolbar.
And we got it. And share. There we go. Let's go back up and share this part. Ah, there we go. Are you seeing magic? Yes, Lori?
I'm checking. Not yet.
Oh, I'm seeing.
Okay, Lori DeBellis, welcome. Do you see the screen? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me unmute you. There we go. Okay. Lori, do you see the?
I see it.
Okay, okay, perfect. So I'm the one who's having the issues.
Oh,
Okay.
we were worried.
Okay. So it's not you, Denise, it's me. Okay, well, as long as they can see that, great. Okay.
Lori, thank you, Lori, for letting me
Yes,
know.
two Loris.
Two Loris. I love it. And a Laura. So we're just all L's.
Yeah, Elst.
Well, I'm so thrilled to be here with you because this is my heart and passion, and I hope that you get to see that as we go. Let me tell you just a little bit about myself. I've been very fortunate to be with SeaDream for the last 6 years, but the sweet part is that my husband was with SeaDream 8 years prior to that. So together we've got 14 years with SeaDream. We are SeaDreamers to the core here in our family. And you'll learn to know why we love it so much. As you can see, as Lori said, we are two identical luxury yachts right there with 56 staterooms and 112 guests. And that we want you to feel like you're on your own private yacht with a few other people along with you. So we hug the coast all the way along wherever we are. In the summer months, we're in the Med. We go all the way from Portugal into Turkey. And next year we're going even into Israel and a couple ports in Israel. And then in the winter months, we're in the Caribbean and the West Indies. And we get into, as Lori said, those small harbors that the big ships just can't get to. So that's what's so different. And we're going to talk about this all the way along, about it being yachting, not cruising. But let's talk about how we started. We are family run and owned. And we are by Otley Brennestad, this Norwegian man who lives in Norway. and our headquarters is there. And I'm just very proud of him. And you all, if you cruise very much, you may know who Seabourn, the line is. He is the founder and creator of Seabourn back in the day. And he ran Seabourn and created that to be a very successful company and sold it off to Carnival Corp. And then he looked around and said, I want to start a yachting company. And he didn't see anything out there, so he started it. He didn't see it. And so in 2001, he created SeaDream Yacht Club. So we are 19 years. We are not new to the game. We are the original yachters out there. And so I love that in that way, that he's just quite the entrepreneur all the way around. We are debt free, and in this day and age, you kind of want to know that when you're getting on someone or it's planning trips that they're going to be there. And so I never have mentioned that before, but I don't know. In this day and age, I think I want to say that, and I'm very proud of it, that that we will be there. So it's yachting, not cruising, as we talked, as these two luxury twin guys. So now maybe you guys have all cruised. So let's think about cruising, and let's talk about why yachting is so different than cruising. In cruising, you do everything indoors, from eating indoors to sleeping indoors. To drinking and dancing. We want to do all of that outside as much as possible. So if you like to be outdoors and on the water, these are your yachts. So let's get into the magic of SeaDream. Okay, so if this was your yacht, you would come aboard. You don't want to come on. I love that we're casually elegant. You don't have no jacket. Guys love this because there's no formal nights and no jackets, no ties. So when you step aboard a SeaDream yacht, you know the first person you're greeted by is the captain. And let me tell you, I don't think that's who you're greeted by when you come on a cruise ship. Is it, Lori?
No, definitely not. You have to wait till the cocktail party a few nights later.
Maybe, if you're lucky to get invited, and that way.
True.
Right. So you're greeted by the captain every time someone comes aboard. Then our hotel manager is next to them, and then our club director, and then you were given that beautiful flute of champagne. And what a way to come and start your voyage on SeaDream. It's magical all the way. And it are these 95 crew serving 100 people. We are the one, almost as close as you can get to one-to-one. So it's that personalized service. If I could say what we're known for more than anything else is our service, and it's very unpretentious in that way, very down to earth. They call you by name from the moment you step on. My friends all look at me because as I said, we've been on many, many times, and we've taken group after group of our friends. So our friends come along with us and they go, how did they say, oh, Mrs. Carter? And it's like, how did you know my name? It's just crazy how they learn that all, but they know your drink order by the next day. And a sweet thing, just story, my friend, she doesn't drink coffee. And so she says, oh, can I have some tea? And they said, no problem. Well, the next day, a different server came to her and just started to bring her tea. And it wasn't just her server that knew that she didn't drink coffee and she drank tea. Everyone knew it. So that she felt so special and so cared for. So when you have 95 crews serving a 1-to-1 ratio, they can do that. They're looking for ways to go beyond and wow you on that. So know that about us, because it's your yacht. Remember, we're going to talk about, and if it was your yacht, wouldn't you eat outside? If you've got Saint-Tropez or Portofino outside, wouldn't you want to eat outdoors and at that beautiful table with that gorgeous view out? You wouldn't be eating inside if you had a yacht. So know that we eat breakfast and lunch always outside. More than half of our dinners are outside, and right now, probably coming forward, all of our dinners will be outside, which is the nice part about being on a yacht. We have all that space and we want to use it. So we have a beautiful dining room indoors, but I think that we will probably be outside. That topside restaurant there is completely open on the sides and has a complete view all the way around of outside. So isn't that lovely? Now our cuisine is probably our other thing. We're known for 5-star cuisine. When you're only serving 100 people, you can imagine how they can cater to your needs. But as I told you, Otley is our owner, and he is very, very wellness minded. So he, on top of amazing five-star cuisine, he has added vegan, vegan raw, and gluten-free in a five-star cuisine menus that change daily. And uh, you know, if you're, some people come on and they want to be wellness minded, and then maybe their spouse or someone else, their partner doesn't want to be. So that's the beauty of SeaDream. We can meet both needs on that. So I love that with it. If you have any dietary restrictions, this is your yacht, because they're just going to cater to you all the way. So now, if it was your yacht, you would want to have the toys, and of course we do. All of those are inclusive. You even motorized and non-motorized. So you can have the jet skis. I can see you that you like that, don't you? That's okay. You can watch. Don't go away. And so a jet skis at your disposal. I think that would make everyone happy, wouldn't it? So you've got stand-up paddle boards, you've got kayaks, you've got sailboats, you can banana boat, you can water ski, all of those things right off the back of your yacht. And I love, my friend, this is, again, there's only 100 people. There's no lines for anything, no waiting for anything. So my friend, she loves the fact that she can just come down those stairs and say, oh, someone's on the jet skis. Oh, okay. Can I get, you know, can I be next? No problem. Mrs. Johnson, you just go wait up at your seat and I'll come get you. They come back up to her as she's sitting around the pool, and then she comes down and gets on her jet ski. So how lovely is that? So you can tell I'm very passionate about my yachts. No surprise there. Workout room that is beautiful, gym that looks over the front of the yacht. 10 mountain bikes you can take on your own, or we have a thing called shoreside casuals that our captain or our activities director will take a group bike riding or hiking, or the famous one is that everyone loves is a chef in the Med. They'll take you on a chef walk to the marketplace, and everyone loves to go with Tomas and see why he's buying and what he's going to make that night. So he can have this huge group, and it's so fun. So all of that is complimentary on that. So I love that. You can be as active or not, or as sedate as you want. You can stay up on the top and just read a book if you would like. So all that is good. So as I said, we're very wellness minded. We have Tai Chi and yoga classes complimentary every day, and they will cater it to your level. If you are just want to try it out and have never done it, they're going to cater it to you and have classes for you, or if you're maybe an experienced. But you wouldn't think that we would have an amazing spa with only 100 people aboard, but we do. We have 6 massage therapists for 100 guests. So I think you can get in anytime, anywhere, with 4 beautiful treatment rooms. And then you can have your spa treatment, as you see in the bottom left, outside on the deck in a private area. So we have the only Thai certified spa at sea. So if you know Thai spas, they're very,
My favorite.
very, yes, yeah. very, I'm a spa junkie, and I'm telling you, this is the best spa treatment I've ever had. So know that on there. So that's a lovely thing. So now this starts my favorite part. Balinese dream beds. Now on the back of the yachts on both sides, they have these gorgeous beds, and you can see on the right bottom, the railing is low. So it's not obstructing your view at all. So what a great place during the day to just sit and read a book and lay out, have that beautiful, wonderful drink, your favorite one coming to you by being served. My husband and I love to come up here for sunset and just sit and watch the sunset. Hard to even get ready for dinner, but sometimes we just don't. We'll order dinner. Remember, this is your yacht. You can have anything you want. They will bring you dinner right there if that's what you want. So that's the magic and love of SeaDream. Now during the day, these are great places, but it's at night. Wait till you see this. They make those beds with linens, duvets, and pillows, and you can sleep outside under the stars. And I love the thing on the left here. We were won for Best Luxury Cruise Line for Romance. Now, I can guarantee you it's probably because of this bed that's forward. Isn't this beautiful? Completely roped off. Um, uh, Rose petals on the bed, champagne. Remember, this is, I should have said, I think I forgot, all inclusive, alcohol and gratuities. So you can order champagne whenever you want. So they'll bring you champagne, and all of this is complimentary too, even the beds on that. So we give you pajamas on the very first day with your name embroidered. Everybody gets them. And so you have your own pajamas to sleep out there. And so again, this is perfect for maybe big anniversary, big birthday, maybe a honeymoon couple. So, but for me, I'm going to show you personal pictures now. I'm showing, got my finger going, so you know I'm passionate about it. Here's my own pictures. I'm kind of embarrassed. It's very windy, but on the left-hand side, again, like I said, those are our older pajamas, but you can see that they put the name on the top, and we just booked the whole group of beds all the way down, and we just have a slumber party up there. We are ordering popcorn, champagne. Remember, you can order anything you want, so they're gonna bring it to you. And so we just stay out there and watch the stars. Now our husbands were there, but we had way more fun with the girls. So it was all good. So now the bottom right is my family, is a family picture there. And those are our new pajamas. And I love the fact, I don't know if you can see that, because I don't know if just on mine, maybe the pictures are all our faces are covering it. But on the SeaDream arm, it has SeaDream 1 or SeaDream 2. So they become actual collector's items for people on the pajamas there. So people always are calling me saying, how do I get another set? They are so comfortable. I've worn them silly and worn them out. Well, I said, you just have to come back on. So that's how you do it. So my kids are in their 20s, and I just, you know, they loved every second of being on SeaDream. I mean, we're not really geared towards small, little children, but adult children or bigger children are great on that. I mean, of course, my kids, why wouldn't they love all the toys, you know, and all that. And we stay in port very late into the evening, and many times overnight. So we arrive at 8 in the morning, and many times not leaving till midnight. That's not like, remember that we're comparing us to a cruise ship. Cruise ships leave at like 5 o'clock to run on to the next port. So that's very different. We at least have one overnight, at least one in a voyage on a week, maybe two. So that's lovely too on that. So evenings on SeaDream, again, quite fun. Movies around the pool deck on the bottom right there. They're bringing you popcorn, having a gourmet coffee or your whatever cognac, whatever drink you want. But we just have so much fun doing that. That's around the pool deck. But the top of the yacht bar at the top there is probably the hub of the yacht, covered for the elements, completely open all the way around 360. And it's just a beautiful teak bar and lots of open space. And I've danced the night away so many times up there. We have a guitarist, we have a piano bar on deck 4, and right across from the piano bar is a table of blackjack. So it's quite a fun little scene down there. And so if blackjack's your thing, it's not a big table, but it's perfect, intimate for the size. But my favorite is being at the top of the yacht up there, because I just love being outdoors like that. So champagne and caviar splash. This is what Lori was talking about.
This is what I meant, right?
Yes.
This is the highlight.
All of our West Indies Caribbean voyages, on every one of them, always on the last day before we do this champagne and caviar splash, where we go to this beautiful beach. Maybe it's Jost Van Dyke. It's a private beach for just us that we are there. They put the surfboard in the water, and all of our officers are in their whites halfway. You can see they're halfway up, and they're popping the champagne and serving the caviar, and it's just a wow, Instagrammable moment, let me tell you. Then they have this beach barbecue afterwards that they are prime rib and lobster and shrimp, and they brought it all in, and they barbecued it there, and from crystal and plates and everything. So it's everyone will say it is the highlight of the week of that. They just love every minute of it. So I have to comment about, this is Tomas on the left. Tomas is our executive chef, as I was telling you about. He does that marketplace run. And do you know, he has been with us all 19 years. That is just unheard of
Wow.
in this industry, isn't it? They tend to move around. Jamie, on the right of him, he's our hotel manager. He's been with us 15 of our 19 years. So maybe it's,
It tells you
maybe,
something.
doesn't it?
Mhm.
That really, it's a
Yeah.
family. They love being there, and they make all of us coming on feel like family. And if I meet a Sea Dreamer, you become a Sea Dreamer from the first moment you come on, and you fall in love with these crew, and you come back over and over because they make you feel like family, because they are family to each other too. So that's the beauty of SeaDream. Let's talk where we go. So we go, as Lori said, to these intimate ports that the big ships can't get to. So in the winter months from November into April, we are in the Caribbean. So we have to start and end at some of the bigger places that you can fly to, like St. Thomas or San Juan or Barbados and Bridgetown or St. Martin, or we just added St. Lucia as the embarking. But it's the places in between that are true yachting harbors that we want to be, like Canawan. Okay, it's down in the Grenadines. Most people go, where is that? You know, is that not gorgeous? It is. The water looks just like that. Saba, it's number one diving port in the Caribbean, and most people don't even know where it is on that. It's gorgeous. Anguilla in the center there, very hard.
My favorite.
Yes,
Mhm.
have you been there?
Yes,
Yes,
many times. My favorite beach in the
yes,
Caribbean.
yes. Shoal Beach is what that picture is of. And we've been there multiple times. And when we go, there's hardly any, it's like that. No one's there. You're like,
Mhm.
you love it because you feel like you're the only one there. And doesn't it look just like that, Lori?
It's even more beautiful
Yeah,
picture.
I know. It's hard
The
to describe.
colors look unreal of the water.
Yes.
People think it's enhanced, but it's even more
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, and warm, obviously. We're used
Mhm.
to California, we're not used to warm water. So it's
Yes,
so lovely
you're
to
right.
get in their water. But St. Bart's, everybody loves St. Bart's. We are always overnight in St. Bart's. Well, it's just us and the other yachts. We're in the harbor, which is lovely. And a lot of people will go to dinner there, or why would they leave, if they want to, but a lot of people go in after our dinner for drinks and dancing or something. It's just a beautiful, beautiful port. Joost van Dyke on the bottom left that I was talking about, rated one of the top 10 beaches in the world. And it is true yachting. No one is coming there with a big yacht, a big ship by any means at all on that. So that's the difference and the beauty of SeaDream. All of these small little yachting harbors. And then we moved to the Med from May into October. So isn't that a beautiful picture? And we know that's Portofino right there. And where are we? Just anchored right out. We love to anchor as much as possible. And why? Because then we can drop that marina and have the toys come out. Of course, we have to, when we embark or disembark, we are docked. But we love to anchor because we can tender straight in 5 minutes, we're right there. So it's just the beauty of that, and the view of the port is always so grand on that. But again, here's just a sampling of we have over 100 plus ports all across the Med, but I have to point out some of my favorites on that. So the bottom in the middle, Hydra. Have you been there, Lori?
No, I have never. It's on my list though.
Oh, it is this Greek island that has no motorized cars, only donkeys and bikes. It's exactly what you want a Greek island to look like, and without all the cruise ships on that. That's what's so different. Because when the cruise ship, I don't know if you've all been on, when a cruise ship pulls into a port, sometimes they take that over. We want to make sure that's what's so different about SeaDream. We're making sure we're not pulling in anywhere like that. And it's intimate and personal for you as a guest. Hvar is a beautiful island in Croatia. We do Croatia.
One of my favorites.
Yes, we do Croatia so lovely, and all the small little islands all the way along. I would be remiss on Bonifacio in the bottom right corner. That has, by all of our guests, that has the highest rating of our sense of arrival. As you can see all those cliffs all the way along, the harbor there, this is in Corsica. We'll have a geography because I wasn't sure where all this was, so maybe you all know. But Bonifacio is the city in the island of Corsica that is just west off of Italy, and it's owned by France, but it is a French island. But anyways, they have to back our yacht into the harbor because it's so narrow, and that is why it's the sense of arrival is so wow. It's quite something to be on us and do that. Monte Carlo, we're in the harbor. That is a place we do dock because it's us and all the other yachts. And so that's so lovely that there we are next to all the other ones. And so this is a wow for me, the Corinth Canal. Have you been through this, Lori?
No, I have not. Nope.
It's at the base of Greece. And that we are, probably because we're the largest small ship that can even do it. It's a man-made canal that it only takes about an hour and a half to get pulled through, but we make it a party. It is a wow. You put your hand out, and I'm going to show you another picture. Look at that. You feel like you're touching the side, and it's just so, you can see all of us up there on the top. They always love to serve bellinis on that day and have a big party and the music going, and my husband and I did this on our 20th anniversary. It was a wow moment, just quite fun. So that is always on either Athens voyages or Athens to Rome or Dubrovnik to Athens for us, Croatia to Athens. If any of our Greek Isles, we love to put this on. So if you want to go to Greece, make sure this is on your bucket list to do. I think doesn't this look like a wow to me? I hope for you too. I would be remiss in not talking about COVID and what we're doing and preparing for COVID and upcoming. Obviously, our guests and our crew are our number one priority. So we're going to go with all of the guidelines of CDC and CLIA and WHO, whatever, as it changes, as we know it evolves and changes, and what will change for wherever we are. We start in the Caribbean in November, so we will adhere to whatever is going to be needed at that point. We have changed. We did have a little bit of a buffet service and lunch. We're not about buffets, to be honest. That's not who we are. It's always served, but we did. So that's no longer. They will give you whatever you need from that, but usually that's not a big deal. But what I love about, of course, guest declaration, and again, that's going to change as wherever we are, whether if a COVID test is needed, that will be, but wherever we are, we will adhere to what is needed. But sweet thing is that each of our staterooms, the air circulation and the filtration system, the air is brought out from outside the cabin into the cabin and back out. This is already how we were. Many of the cruise ships are changing their filtration system to this. We were already how we are. Our filtration system does not run throughout all of the cabins. So we were already what needed to happen. So that's kind of a sweet point for us, and that we were ahead of the game for that and didn't have to change anything of that. Crew, they've done all the cleaning, and that is just who, if you knew and had ever been on us, you would have watched them clean everything all the time. You remember 95 people serving 100 people. So you can imagine how much they are caring of cleanliness and cleaning everything all the time. But when we stopped in March, our crew stayed on, and they were paid, and they wanted to stay on. Because they wanted to not go home. And so that was lovely. If a new crew member is coming on or came on, they have to be tested, and they also have to quarantine in the port that they're getting on for 14 days. So we are very strict on who we are and how we run things. So I just hope that makes you feel confident at who we are. And we came up with this 2 weeks ago, Dream with Confidence. This is our policy, and I love this. It gives you the ability to dream and to come back and to think ahead about going. So if for any voyages, as I said, from November into June of next year, if for any reason that we have if we can't go or travel restrictions have happened, we will give a full cash refund or a 120% future voyage credit. But the sweet part, I think, is the one right underneath that, is that if we're not restricted and you just decide that it's not the right time for you to travel, you can decide that up into the day of the voyage, and still you can, it's not a full cash refund, but you can use it for a future voyage, which I think is makes you feel comfortable, you know, about doing this and booking. And people are there. We are getting sold out for all things coming up. So that's very exciting to see that people are ready to dream and move forward. So we have a $500 off, which is kind of nice, for any voyage coming up in the West Indies all the way through the end of April. So you too can come
But they'd
on.
have to book it with me by
This is
September 30th
this is
is
for
the
Lori.
promotion, right?
Yes, yes, for that. So I love that picture of the yacht on the back. I have to mention, because most times in a cruise ship, the pool is in the top in the center and doesn't have a great view. Like when I love the fact that this is on the back, and it's just got such a beautiful open view. You can sit on those decks going up and just have such a gorgeous view. Also, that's where you can dine outside on those decks going up with the view out. So I just had to mention that because I love that picture. So these are the 95 crew that make us who we are. I can't say it enough. They are our heart and soul, and that is why we have 65% rate of return. When people come on, they come on over and over again. And so I love that. Love that. This is always my last slide because I think more appropriate than ever.
I love this.
Yeah. I'm not knocking anything on the left. I'm just saying I think something intimate and 100 people is a lovely place to come back to on the right. So that's what I have for y'all today. In questions by anybody?
Okay. And if you have any that come up while we're going, you can just put them in the chat box right there as well. Okay, let me get back to mine, Denise.
Sure.
All right, or you're still sharing, right?
I can say stop share. There
Yeah.
we go. That's what we want.
There we go. Okay, and just give me a moment
Really?
to get back over to, now I'm having an issue. Always something, right?
Always technical things.
Never goes so easily. Okay, bear with me a moment. Okay, no, I'll try it one more time, and otherwise I'll just say what I need to say. Yeah, no, I'm not. That's strange. Okay, well, I can finish. I can finish without my slides. So I wanted to thank you, Denise, for giving us such a wonderful presentation. And some of you came in a little bit later after my introduction. So again, I'm Lori Foster, and I'm the owner of Dream Vacations Luxury Travel Associates. And some of the things that I wanted to talk about, I actually can't right now because I thought I was able to. Hold on. No, it seems I'm a little bit, yeah, okay. Just a little bit about who we are, Dream Vacations. We're part of World Travel Holdings, which is the largest cruise agency in the United States. Besides we own a lot of different companies and brands, we also provide cruises for many, many different brands that you know of. For example, places like Marriott Vacations, United Airlines. A lot of the airlines and a lot of the reward programs, when they have cruises, they use us to book their cruises through. So what that does for us is it gives us an enormous amount of, I guess, buying power with the different cruise lines, where they can offer us incentives, promotions, and specials that we can offer to our clients that they can't even get when they book directly through the cruise lines. So for example, Denise was kind enough to share the $500 off per cabin for select cruises by September 30th, which is something that, again, you don't always get when you book direct. Another thing that's important for some people is that people say, well, what do we need travel agents for anymore? Well, if this didn't cement the reason why, with everything that happened with COVID, people have heard the stories of some of the Costco's and Expedias where they were stuck, even stuck abroad, calling, waiting on hold for 7 hours and getting disconnected and having no help. I did have, not fortunate for them, but a lot of new clients come on who called me and said, I need help. And while I couldn't help them, I did advise them on what they could do and by themselves. And now they have become clients of mine because I had my phone on all the time, which I usually, you don't in the middle of the night, but during all this, for my clients that were abroad that I needed to get home. So that's just probably one of the more important reasons that in today's society that we need to have a travel agent. We also save you money. If you think about, we get many times the pricing is the same, many times it's better. And if there are times when it's not, usually there are things that I can look into or we can do, but I'm honest and let people know. I go over what the differences are, the promotions. There's many promotions and people don't understand. I go through them and choose which one is best for you in order to make sure that you get the most value out of your vacation. Other things that are important are, just trying to think of a few since I don't have my slides in front of me. Oh goodness. Okay, well you've got the picture. I guess I just want to say if there's any other questions or anything else that you need information for. Otherwise, we have I've got plenty more information that I can send to you about SeaDream, about any of the new protocols that Denise discussed. I've got one of those flyers that she showed that I can share with you. And again, it's, believe it or not, things are filling up. I'm booking 2021, 2022, and I also have a few 2023 bookings, which I've never had them that far in advance. So it's showing that people do want to go. And, they're thinking towards the future now. So when the time comes, they'll be ready, and they have the flexibility with some of the policies, like Denise just told us, that if something changes or God forbid things get worse or anything, you've got that assurance that you don't have to worry. And with a company like SeaDream that doesn't have debt, there are other, let's just say other companies where some people are worried and they say, what do you think we should do? And I say, well, maybe you should take your refund, or because you don't know what will happen. But companies like SeaDream that don't have debt, that's really important, especially to know when you're trusting a vacation with them, and sometimes a once in a lifetime vacation. So I think, Denise, was there anything else we needed to
Well, I
go over?
just thank you for allowing me to share my heart and my passion.
And I appreciate you coming on and sharing with my clients. And
Love it.
if there's nothing else, then we'll see you next week. Next week, we'll be talking about Antigua and Barbuda. And any other information, just let me know. You've got my email, and hopefully we will be putting you on a SeaDream yacht soon.
Yes, come join us.
Okay. Good night, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you. That was a great presentation.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.